olórin kan ti ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Number one, Segun Johnson, all the way from Nigeria and all over the world. Ìlú mọ̀ọ́ká ni wọ́n, àwọn tẹ́ ẹ máa ń rí ní gbogbo ìgbà ní lójú ìwòran yín. Segun Johnson is now live on Akoni TV show. Welcome, my brother, yes, Segun Johnson. Yes, how you doing, boss?
Yeah, I'm good. Mo wà pa. Tala àwọn ọ̀dà ajé Akoni ti fi sí apá wọn. Ó ti fi sí apá wọn.
We are gonna see one. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, my brother. Yes, I don't want to give you too much job to do. I'm just going to hold this because they will say Segun Johnson is holding microphone for you. Let me just handle this for you. I'll do this. Let me go through all the stress. Okay, this is Segun Johnson. Yes, everybody knows Segun Johnson. And I would say anyone that does not know Segun Johnson does not know money. Because it's only toddler that does not money. Even gone, I want toddler got to do more all over the world. But who is Segun Johnson? Where are you from? Where were you born and brought up?
Okay, so where do I start from? Of course, I'm Segun Johnson, but back in my local church and in my area, they call me Segun Mo Yombredi. And that's because
your mom used to sell bread.
Yes, she actually gave birth to me when she started the business of bread selling. So that popularized my mom and the name Segun Bredi. So I became Segun Omo
Yombredi. Ó dàbí pé gbogbo àwọn tí mọ́mí wọn máa ń ta nǹkan yẹn wọ́n máa ń great o. Ẹ bá máa rí lè kíní kan ọmọ ìyá kíní kan. All right, so ọmọ Olúbodè gogo, where were you born?
Yeah, I'm from Ẹ̀pẹ́ Alárọ̀ ọmọ Arógunmọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ nílùú Èkó. So I'm from Lagos.
And you were brought up from Lagos?
Yeah, I was born in Lagos. I was born in Okira, Ogba, Ikeja. So basically, I just started my childhood in Okira, primary, secondary school. We used to attend the White Garment Church. And my church, Eli,
we are okay. We know that. So we're talking about like of Celestia and Kerubo.
Yeah. So that was where I started from, and we had access to musical instruments while growing up. Yeah, so back in White Garment churches, they used to give us the access to the drums, to keyboard, to the guitar.
And as a kid, you will love to be doing that anyway.
So myself and my friends, we grew up learning a lot of musical instruments, and year in year out, as we became more matured, we also became more professional on those musical instruments. So most of us were just multi-instrumentalists. As I am, I can play the piano, I can play the guitar, I can play the drum sets.
Wow.
So holding the microphone was the last thing in my mind anyway.
But God wanted to start it from so that even if one of your band tomorrow say I cannot do this, while growing up, why chasing starting the career, all these things, you understand everything. Definitely. So even though someone wanted to do something and one person did not come part of the member, you can actually improvise and say, you can do this, I know how to do this and do this.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, being a drummer, or the fact that I used to play drums professionally, greatly influenced my style of entertainment.
Because you so you know the sign, the rhythm and everything.
So for someone that is a professional drummer, there are certain things we call sticking. There's a sticking called paradiddle. It means right, left, right, left, right, left. So it sounds like so when I say shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah.
But come to think of it, shoot. There are so many people that drum the same, that beat the same drum that you are beating, that make you, But let me just say, your creativity is at its peak. And then, when God gives you some knowledge and understanding and wisdom, just make sure you detect it and know how to use it. That's all I can say about you. And then, so how many languages were you able to speak now? Because you have traveled all over the world.
Okay, so what I do most times, there is something we call cheats in every profession. So I have a song. I have a song called Siakpamon.
Okay.
I did a French version.
I saw that online.
Because I have a couple of shows in Benin Republic and in Paris. So basically
you have to create something for them specially.
So the cheat I'm talking about is whenever I go into any new country, I quickly just translate some of my songs and hype lines
And appliance
to their language.
that will match, that will suit their
Yes.
own thing, and they will take it.
Kówó pé kówó lé
Kówó
ní
lé
kò
ní.
sákòókò.
So bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gbowó yẹn ní náírà, ẹ tún gbà ní
Àgbà
pounds,
sẹ́fà.
ẹ ń gbà ní sefa, ẹ ń
Àgbà
gbà
ní
ní
dirhams.
dirham.
Kówó pé ní.
Ẹ̀yin gangan lògo owó. All right, let's do it this way. Okay, Kama Bukiri, like how many years now we can say you've started chasing this career? Like how many years in total from the church?
Wow.
Mhm.
Have I ever
Let's not talk about limelight or whatever. From where you started holding my, okay, let me say, when was the first time you hold the microphone,
Okay.
leading the team member?
I think the first time I held the microphone was, okay, so I used to play drums in a church in Lagos and I used to be paid.
Yeah.
But while playing the drum sets, deep in my mind, I knew I just wanted to be more than a drummer. I wanted to be an entertainer. Like I wanted to be someone that will engage people live on stage. I am not saying that it is a relegated position if someone is a drummer. No, there are so many fantastic drummers all over the world.
You're just not comfortable in that.
I wasn't just comfortable being a drummer. I just wanted something more engaging. So my music director then, Moses Afolayan, we call him Bishop. I was always telling him, yeah, model is praise worship alone. try. So my church is a big church. At least per service, we used to have close to 5,000 to 6,000 people attend every service. So Bishop was always like, somebody if any people could lead the praise worship, she learning níwájú 5,000 people. No matter lo rubbish. So what Bishop now did was he said I should join the choir. Now I was a drummer. I was paid as a staff of the church, but I just started attending choir rehearsals as a tenor singer. So I was joining the choir to minister. I would stand behind the microphone and say, "Who saw me do me fa re so, do re mi do fa mi re do so fa mi re la so fa mi re do so fa mi." So all those tonic so and all those, I was doing all that just to clear my vocal cords. So Bishop was just pitching me to the front. At some point, I started backing up for praise worship leaders. The more particular Saturday, I remember it was the title of the service was "Oh Lord, Say to Me." Yeah. So it was one of those midweek services where we can actually test run new praise worship singers.
Okay.
So he gave me the microphone that I said, Segun,
oh yeah.
So he was holding a lead microphone behind me. I was holding.
But you were actually in the front leading.
He was there behind me waiting. Pay rubbish.
My takeover.
But somehow, because I had always played this scenario of praise worship leading in my head back then as a drummer. So when I had the opportunity, I was just I wouldn't say I did excellently well, but I remember people telling me, "Oh, Segun, wow, so you can do this. So you can do this." So that was the first time I can trace my holding the microphone. So I don't want to say trace entertaining too, because what I did was praise worship leading. So that wasn't entertainment, that was ministration. But that was the first time I was going to say I held the microphone and I sang in front of people. And God to the glory. Hallelujah.
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 Oh my God.
Hallelujah.
Oh my God. So let's take it from there. So now let's say it was your choir, was it choir master?
Choir master, the music
that you learn the music from.
Yes.
So there is no one in the music industry you can actually say is your boss.
Oh, I actually
in the entertainment industry.
To be honest, in the entertainment industry, I have lots of bosses.
Okay.
Wait.
Like the one that I can say you back on. I know you look up to so many people. I think I've asked you in the previous interview we did. Yeah. But this one I'm talking about, the one that you've actually been a all over the world. But at least they take this one in Lagos. And from there, boom.
Okay, so it's actually funny because unlike a regular artist that can easily trace his or her own career to a particular hit track, I can only trace my own career to a particular hit experience. So what actually brought me to limelight, or what brought me to the attention of the world, was an event I did in 2017 or 2018? I think 2016, 17, or 18.
In between.
it was a friend's wedding. Back then, she wasn't my
Coursework.
friend.
You can find out.
Of course, when I mentioned the name, everybody
They would know.
they will Google it and
They
they
will
will
Google it. Yeah.
Her name is Tomike. Now, Tomike Adeoye. Everybody knows Tomike today. But on Tomike's wedding day, I didn't know that Tomike was a big deal. So Tomike she's a very popular presenter back in Lagos. She had worked with a lot, maybe MTV Base and all these people, but I didn't know Tomike. The event planner just called me, Segun, want to come and sing for a wedding, a low lema song. So
Oh, ni ginger me.
I think back then I used to charge, is it 200,000 or maybe
Oh, they ma pọ̀
250,000?
lójú yín gan.
That was my 100 million back then now.
Hey.
So I think she agreed to pay maybe 200,000 or so. I can't remember. So I got to the wedding. We had done the performance for the parents to dancing. When it was time for Tomike and her husband to dancing, I don't know what happened to the DJ, but his equipment just went off. There was still light in the hall, but the DJ's equipment just went boom. It wasn't working. So the couple waited, I think for like maybe 5 minutes. The wedding was on hold. We were just waiting for the DJ to sort out his thing so that he can play so the couple can come in. But somehow, this guy's speakers, his mixers were not just working. So the event planner late Ibido Igodalo, Elizabeth R event. She just came into the hall. She said, Segun, play for the couple to come in. We all know that. Now, fortunately for me, I'd been doing that back in the days whenever Big gives me the mic and he says, Segun, don't
look back.
But both the event planner for Tomike's wedding didn't know. Tomike herself didn't know that I can do that.
They only just brought you for little before DJ take over.
So unfortunately, the DJ's equipment is not working. And the bride and groom was dancing anyway. So
that's how God works.
So the event planner just said, Segun, bring the couple in. I just told my band, now I was already used to performing for the bride and groom all these years, but I was doing that as an invisible person because they don't sabi my mama now. So that day, I did my regular performance the way I would do it for the bride and groom. I sang for Tomike and her husband, Tosin. They danced in. Don't forget that I didn't know how popular Tomike
the girl
was as at that time.
Yeah.
So after the events, I was about leaving the hall. I just noticed someone, Ahiz used to, I think he still present for MTV Base. But Ahiz just started presenting for MTV Base. And I used to watch Ahiz. So I saw Ahiz going into the party, during the after party. I was like, Kenny Bobotoma presenter here. I think I saw VJ Adams then too. VJ Adams used to present for Sound City. Yeah. So I think I saw VJ Adams out there. Kenny, I just went home. I didn't know that
they all came for that lady.
And I didn't know that during the wedding, while I was singing for that lady's entrance, I was already trending online and on TV.
And you didn't even know.
I didn't know. Don't forget, what was in my head was, I'm only going to say, no, won't be. Yes, now.
Oh my goodness.
So as a matter of fact, that particular party, I was already telling my friends, party you going to do?
Because that was the thing. That was what live band wanted anyway.
Yes. But you see, that my style of performance and hyping was there naturally. I was just doing it naturally because
natural thing that you're doing.
So
don't look back.
When I left that party, I still didn't know that party and I was trending. So what was actually trending then was, who is this DJ live band? Some people say, who is this live band hype man? Some people were saying, who is this live DJ guy? Who is I think one particular one that got me laughing was someone said, who is this hip hop mixer singer?
Or someone will say, who is this one man band?
So people were just. So what happened that day was that I was trending, but I didn't have a name. So my name.
They were now searching for the name.
Yes. Well, who is this guy? Who is this guy? So they couldn't say Segun Johnson because
they don't know who's it. So
Tomike did something. After 4 or 5 days, already back then, Tomike, she has a YouTube channel back then. So Tomike now posted her wedding on her YouTube channel. She was now hyping me.
Because he
have you ever seen a singer that is going to do better than a DJ. She was just grateful. Now, I don't forget, I wasn't Tomike's friend back then. I was just a regular guy that was singing. Like, we were not paddy paddy. So already on YouTube, online, everywhere, I was
I think
trending.
probably, sorry to cut you, I think probably in Tom it says mind on that day, she was already losing it. Like, I don't know how today is going to be. But then she was surprised at the end of the day.
Yes, she was so surprised.
She was carried away and see how people are having
Because
fun.
as a matter of fact, when I started performing, Tomike was dancing. She was so glad. She was like, there were some of my bridesmaids that were not even dancing. Olobawani. Wait, this is my wedding. Ginger.
Ginger.
So it was an amazing experience. That video is still on YouTube.
On YouTube.
So when I did that entrance, it blew up. I didn't even know that I had blown. I was just back on that. I only once here. But I noticed something. A lot of event planners were calling me days after the wedding. So what happened was that a lot of brides now started saying, I don't know that guy.
But I want him.
That guy that sang at Tomike's
I want him.
So that actually exposed me to the event industry in Lagos.
Straight away.
I was just getting weddings. As a matter of fact, back then, no, to Agbo, blow.
You will now be wondering how much you like charge them.
A lot of planners were collecting 500 and 600,000 from clients. They were paying me. So, but
they will eventually pay it because some of them will still need you now, yes, and they already know the price.
Most of those planners and myself, we are now friends. Because do you know that one planner called me after a year? She said, Segun, how much will you charge for this event? I said, I only charge 200 to 50,000. The planner said, Segun, it's enough is enough. I'm going to give you 400,000. I said, why? Her name is Mohamba. Mohamba Concepts.
Hello, whatever your bill.
No, won't help me. She said, Segun, I'm going to give you 400,000. A lot of planners actually collect 400, 500,000 with your name. And they pay you 250. Segun, you are good.
God bless that woman.
You do so much at every weddings. I don't think you should be underpaid. Segun, I'm paying you 400,000.
That's how you upgrade.
After that day. So that particular wedding exposed me to the event industry, not the entertainment industry totally. So after that wedding, I did quite a number of events. Then I was able to do, there was a show on Africa Magic during COVID. They were hosting live bands every Saturday, Owambe Saturday. Those guys invited me. So when I did that, and during COVID, people were at home.
People at home, we just want to enjoy, have anything fun. That's how.
Yeah, so all over the world, people watched me and boom. So from here, I just went this way. Immediately after that, I think immediately after that African Magic show on TV, the December, I did an event in Lagos. A girl came to dance in front of me. Her name is Tommy. So I was like, told me baby. So I was just hyping.
I remember that.
Yeah, so as I was hyping Tommy baby, that also went viral on Twitter. When that went viral on Twitter, people were now they were relating that video to, is it not this guy that sang at Tomike's wedding?
They will now be bringing different it out.
So that raised me from year again to year. The next year, I was at a wedding. Kiki came to, so I was just performing. Then Kiki just came on stage. Then I said, Kiki. So that one exploded. So people, when I say, oh, was it not this guy that sang Tommy Baby? There's something, was it not this guy that was on African Magic? Wasn't not this guy that sang
he's already everywhere.
So it was like this. Then after Kiki, I've done for a lot of industry guys, actors, skit makers, and I can I can trace my success to my affiliation with most skit makers, comedians, and actors. Because whenever we meet and I perform for them, those videos go viral. So those guys, I actually owe them a lot. So my journey and success is actually attributed to a lot of industry practitioners, skit makers, actors, and those guys, they are the ones that actually made, and God, obviously
And
God,
God, yeah.
they are the ones that actually made me go viral year in, year out. And yeah, it's just God, skit makers, and of course
So what can we
some amazing media guys like Akoni
TV
TV.
show?
Sórí irú ẹ̀ rí ṣó dá mọ̀ tó bá rí.
Ẹ bá mi rí bọ̀dá Ṣẹ́gun, ẹ bá mi kí wọn pé wọ́n ṣe o. For giving me this shout out, it goes a long way. Segun Johnson, I would like to ask you a question. When there is no way in this life we will have a bad day and a good day.
Okay.
If you have 20 years of goodness, there will be one day, even if it's just one day, of sadness. There will be. Would you like to share any little story of the day, of the bad day that you can never forget? Whether before the limelight, whether after the limelight, whether even before you start chasing this career, just generally. And then we talk about the good one, the first time, the most happiest day in your life. But let's talk about the bad one first.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember the worst
Mm.
because I've had lots of
Worst.
I've
Let's
had
take the
lots of-
big one. The one that people will learn from it when you
Okay.
share it.
Okay. I think the one that I feel a lot of people can learn from was years ago, even before the Tomike's wedding.
Yeah.
So back then I was already getting events, but I want event barely moment get an
Ah.
event to look
Canopy
Let
àtàwọn
me-
ṣáà
yes.
àwọn
So-
ṣáà oní tó máa ń dógun yẹn.
I remember back then I used to charge 45,000, 60,000. Àwọn èkó mọ àwọn bóyá ajá ebi mọ wá fẹ́ ṣèkó mọ.
But even that time, no, for your area, you're collecting 45,000. I don't know how many years was that anyway.
So I remember one particular woman called me. Woman hello gan. She's really, really wealthy. So no, she didn't even call me. Someone recommended me. God bless Mrs. Helen Archer. Yeah. That woman actually, she really wanted me to blow. So she started calling all her friends and she was saying, Omo Mini o, Egbodo low. I'm not even a biological child. But she was telling all her friends because she saw that I had a lot to give. So that woman wanted to do a wedding for her daughter. One fix introduction and engagement on a Thursday. They fixed the main wedding on Saturday. So Mrs. Helen Archer was begging that woman. I said I had backed up for a lot of live bands. So I know how to sing juju music, gospel. I know how to sing repertoire when it comes to old school music, all the school and the gang.
That reminds me, what do you call your own song?
Okay, so this question I've been asked all over the world,
Yeah.
and I intentionally don't have a name for it
no, you should have something, no, because it's different. Maybe we should
Yeah.
now go. Give me the assignment. I can ask people. We have to sit down and give, because this is uncommon.
So the reason why I don't have a name for it is because of what you said, because it's different. And I did not start it because I had a definition for it. I started it based on the need to engage and entertain people live on stage. So it wasn't.
So you want anybody? You want people just to call your name when whatever they like. Like me now, tomorrow I go somewhere. Or actually, we have Segun Johnson that you all know, the fishing musician.
if you know the number of names that some people have actually called me Afro High Life. Some people have called me an Afro Juju artist.
But have you ever thought for a name? Why one day like, or thought about, can I give a name? No, don't let me give it.
The major reason why I have intentionally not given my style a name is because the universe revolves around conceptualization itself. So you can decide to say your name is Aquanium, but whether you like it or not, the world and the universe will give you a name that they want to give you. Yes, it's funny, but that is how life works. Do you understand? So if you check it, most artists, Whiskey, Burna Boy, Flavor, Davido, check it, most of those guys did not have those names when they started their career. You can ask them. Many of them usually give themselves a particular name. Then along the line, they will just
Something
change
changed.
the name. So the universe has a way of making lines and patterns to work according to what it wants you to be. So my style of performance is built around audience engagement and sing along. That is why most of my songs will be in repetition during performance. When I say show fine gone, oh fine gone. Show
And we never
talent.
get tired.
Do you understand? So
Because you cook it well before you bring it to us. I don't know how you cook those songs, but even you come out of your church, oh but show fine girl, oh my wo bekwe,
oh fine
oh
gone.
fine girl. So we were talking about. Let's
Yeah.
go back to
So
the story.
so the woman actually begged this woman that this guy is good and I can sing all kind of songs. But this woman said, yeah, well, so the woman only gave me, I think she gave me 45 or 50,000, and she said I should just put my speakers somewhere in a compound so that when guests have actually when they are done with the engagement and introduction,
Yeah.
and they are downstairs and they want to eat,
Mhm.
I can just sing for them. So I took the money, I went there, I performed with my guys, I shall back on. It was nice. Then on Saturday, the woman paid the particular band. Maybe back then, I think 1.2 million. Back then, right now, 1.2 million as a then was like maybe 6 to 7 million.
Yes, so
Right now. So it was not really that woman that recommended me because the band that they called, those guys were not doing anything special. The woman that called me during the party, say Segun, Ọlọ́run máa gbé ẹ sókè, Ọlọ́run máa gbórí ẹ sókè. Èèyàn tó pè yìí, mi ò bẹ ẹni yìí jẹ́ o, àwọn ẹni yìí ò dá tó ẹ, ẹni yìí ò kọrin tó ẹ. Mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan ló létò ní live o, but Ọlọ́run máa gbé ẹ sókè.
bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí wòlíì.
Yes, she wasn't even a Christian. She wasn't a church person. Mrs. Sacha,
she was just doing her own.
She just
like
likes
that's
me.
how
So
she.
that day she really called over the woman and I was back home. What really pained me that day was that èmi gan ló yẹ kíkíní ìdóyin tí ò tiẹ̀ tí ò ń ṣe òkò mọ yẹn tó ṣu mí.
Yeah.
But it was paining her because she has seen me perform before.
She know what she was talking about.
That day I was like, how long would they join now? That day I was like, I don't even know what to do to get to the top. That was like the height of confusion in my life because it was obvious to me that normal Segun, so ilé ló wà má fọ. So but
báwo mo ṣe fẹ́
gòkè. So that question, báwo lè fẹ́ gòkè? It was now obvious to me pé mi ò tún wá mọ̀ mi fẹ́ gòkè.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ gòkè. Ẹ wá wò pé kí ni mo ṣe tí mo lè ṣe tó right.
Ó rẹ̀ mí gan. Wọ́n á kọ́ rẹ̀ pé àbí kí ni mo ṣe kí n lọ kọ́ bàbá yẹn. Àbí
kí n lọ ṣe tailor. I'm sorry that I'm laughing like a crowd, like I'm not even here. It's like I'm behind the screen, but I'm actually here. It's funny, but and it's not funny at the same time.
Okay, obviously, so the fact that I was going to make it was not out of the option. I was just thinking of something else. Yeah, what can I do with my life now? I was like, so I was like, maybe should I go back to playing drum sets? I was like, even to back parents, so what else can I
do?
So that was one of my saddest moments from the beginning. From the beginning. Too many experiences.
Too many, but yeah, you can. Okay, before anything, let's go back to your happiest moment ever in life that tear actually come out from your eye. You know, sometimes it's not every time that you're crying that you're sad. You know, like tear of joy. When you say tear of joy comes out.
Yeah. I think
lè má yọ mí lójú ẹ ké sínú pé ǹjẹ́ mi náà rèé mi ọmọ yìí ní búrẹ́dì èmi tí mo dẹni lẹ́lẹ̀ tọ́lọ́ ń wá yọ mí sókè tó ní máa bá wọn jẹun lọ́balọ́ba.
I think I think one of the days that really got to me was the first time we met. That was in London when I came to London for the first time.
And those are one of the days I can never forget as well in my life.
I had a sold out show, but before I performed that day, I was with my friend Larry J, MC.
I know Larry, the same one.
Same Larry J. So came to open stage. Larry J wa won me. One Segun. This show was in I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Few days.
It was few days. It's not up to a week.
Promotion. Segun, you sold out a venue in London. Only Segun, you are not Wizkid. Yeah. You are not Davido.
You will have done it before you even do. You will have done small places.
Do you understand? So he said, Segun, Wizkid no do pass this one.
Honestly.
I'm not trying to compare myself to Wizkid.
Yeah, I understand the part.
What Larry J was trying to tell me then.
As for Segun Johnson.
Segun Johnson as at that time, I sold out a show in London.
It's not like show they've been advertising for 1 month.
Yes, in I think 2 weeks. So as a
Within
matter of fact, you see that venue. That venue was booked for another artist by Akinolu Jerkins. God bless Akinolu Jerkins, by the way. But that artist actually messed up. I think he had an issue with.
so he told me, he said you're a very good guy.
Yeah, so
He said he's one of a very good guy. No.
so I think that artist messed up, and Akinolu had already paid for that venue, and I think especially for that date. And you know the way London is now. About someone by
tó bá ti lówó ẹ lọ, no refundable.
So once my own visa was approved, Akinolu was like, no, Segun, we'll pull this. Let's do this. So God bless Akinolu Jekin. So I remember that before I went on stage, the hall was filled. So
I was there.
So Larry
It was crazy.
Larry held my hand and said, Segun, congratulations. Segun, congratulations. No worry. Whiskey no do. Pass this one. At that moment, it just dawned on me that Ottomani.
That was the first time I will ever see people going to an event center whereby it's just a stage to perform and people are watching. Yes. But people actually came with money and spraying. They come out of the scene because the event was like a theater, like a cinema. And they came down spend. I'm like, we came to enjoy. Like, it's like an artist performance stage. They were spending, they turned it to everything.
They changed it. So Larry J told me before I went to perform that Segun, whiskey no do pass this one. And in my mind I was like, God. So in Kokekere mo coffee shere pe show fine go. Show man.
Only the sodin lamo mi loba.
So that day, before I performed, I was people wanting sukusin pe alone.
The shaitan.
It was really
very emotional moment.
It was emotional and it was humbling because it was obvious to me that this is grace. So that was why I think a couple of years later, someone dragged me on Twitter. He said, Segun, this Segun Johnson, I don't even know what thing they do. I'm supposed to make noise. And when I respond, I said, my sister, even myself,
you don't know.
I don't know. And in the response, I now said, I think my performance is 10% hard work, 10. I said 10% hard work.
90%.
10% hard work, 10% talent, and 80%
God grace.
So when I gave that response, that thing blew up on Twitter
everywhere.
Hey, best comeback ever. Sincerely from my mind, I was just like, it's just the grace of God. But God was intentional.
I told someone,
this guy,
you're just humble on the screen and behind the scene, and I think this is God's grace as well. Yes, because being humble in life, I can say, is a gift. You can't you can't make yourself humble because it's not you. Being humble, you can only fake it for a few months.
That's actually true.
So may God's grace never depart from you. Amen. In Jesus' name. So Segun Johnson, are you married? This one are for the guys. Are for the girls that was talking on the street, online, everywhere. But we're not saying you should not track anymore. You see Segun Johnson. This one is just for the culture. So normal. We got to ask this. It's now up to Segun Johnson to tell us.
As I told you, I was in an interview in Dubai 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And I was so glad because the person talking to me did not even talk about this.
But me, I have my list already.
Okay, so the thing is, marriage is beautiful.
Yeah. Marriage
is amazing. And I believe God designed marriage. So everything I'm saying right now is for the camera, is for people to, that guy is so maritally oriented. Marriage is blessed by God. But normally, if Segun Johnson is going to give a comment on marriage, I think I can say the marriage is a beautiful thing because I sing at weddings every week and I'm looking forward to getting married, having an amazing family, having an amazing ceremony. Yeah.
And do you believe marriage can have an impact in your kind of music?
Sure. Marriage has an impact in,
for good or for bad.
Yeah, for good, for good. Marriage is a blessing from God. Don't forget everything I'm saying. I'm talking as Segun Johnson. If you want to hear my opinion as Segun, let's come off camera.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
winnie
Wàá
winnie.
gbọ́
But for
wíwí.
now,
Okay, oh
this
yeah.
is
Oh
Segun
yeah, ẹ jẹ́ ká
Johnson.
di mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká di mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Okay, okay, I always ask this question. It's just a normal random question, you know what I mean? Whiskey, Burna Boy, or Davido? Pick one.
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. Why?
Okay, because I've witnessed their musicianship for real, real life. Yeah. God bless Wizkid. God bless Davido.
Davido.
But I've seen Burna Boy perform live,
Mm.
and I can beat it with my chest. I'll bet my money on Burna Boy's live performance because I am a live performer too. So my judgment is sentimental because I am a live performer, and I'm rating them based on their performance with their live bands on international stages. And I can confidently tell you, I'll bet my money on They Call Me Burna.
Okay, let's do the girls one as well. Okay, let me just pick this one. Tiwa Savage and Simi, and let me say Rasta. I know the levels might be different, but you know, based on your choice, you have your choice.
If I'm going to judge as a live performer, God bless Arya Star too. God bless you, Arya Star. But in terms of live performance, I'm still going to be comparing Simi and Tiwa Savage. And if I'm going to compare them in terms of live performance and musicians, those ladies are good.
They're good.
Yeah,
Tiwa
Tiwa Savage
talented.
is really good. Simi is really good. I'm talking about live performance.
Yeah.
Do you know Simi is a producer?
I kind of guess as well.
She's a producer.
Even some people said she might be part of producer of all the war Adekunle Gold is doing. So that guy sometimes come out with like this guy again.
Good. So Tiwa Savage and Simi, to be honest, I can't pick.
You can't pick
Because I've seen both of
don't
them
worry, I give you
sing live.
I give you that one. Okay, in the entertainment industry, if you are given a chance to change one thing, just one thing, what can you change? What will you change?
One thing I'm going to change is the management and artist relationship and how they take advantage of people's intellectual property. I don't think that is fair. Yeah, we have lots of artists that are in bondage because they just want to leave a record label. Yeah, it is not fair when they take advantage of people's hunger for fame. Yes, most of these guys are hungry for fame, so they can easily sign certain contracts that will make them sad in years to come. Don't take advantage of the fact that they've not blown. Truly, I know that managers and managements and record label owners, they spend a lot. They invest a lot on artists, but
they just want, it's like they want to make all the money at once on top of one person.
Let's just try to
and be considerate
with the journey. And that thing is, do you know that there are so many artists that are dead today, not physically, but their careers are dead because they actually went
into record labels and it doesn't favor them.
When they actually went separate ways, those record labels made sure that those artists die a natural career death by blocking.
Honestly, I can tell. I can say many. I don't want to mention them as well.
They block their ways on all media platforms, on all, like, it's not so fair. I don't think it is fair. You are powerful. Yes, you can destroy someone's career. Yes, I agree for you, but because
God bless you.
Whether you like it or not, power is power. So record label owners and managers, they are powerful, no doubt. But please,
it's just like what you said earlier about Bolaji Big. May his soul gentle rest in peace.
Yeah.
You see, it's whatever that you've done in this life that will live after you, and that's what people. There is no photocopy. As you sit down and lay your bed, that's how you lie on it.
That's how you lie on it.
You understand? Yeah. So I really appreciate for that advice. Okay, as Omo Mama Oni Brady.
Yeah, Omo Yom Brady.
Omo Yom Brady. Omo tá a bá ti ra, tá a bá tà, tá a bá fẹ́ ra tùpà. Tó wá tó di náà àjítàn. Tó wá tàn fún gbogbo ara ayé. Àsọmọ ìyá ní búrẹ́dì tó jọmọ ńlẹ̀lẹ̀, ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀, tọ́lọ́wọ́n bá mi mú dìde sókè tó ní kó máa bá wọn jẹ lọ́balọ́ba. Kì í ṣe ẹ̀yin Ọlọ́run bá mi Èdùmàrè ni. Advice wo lẹ́láǹfààní àti fáwọn èèyàn? Like the advice that you can give to the people that are chasing the same career, like that are just coming up, that they will know, that you have seen live every left and right. before this level. So you should be able to advise the one that are coming up as
If
well.
I'm going to advise anyone coming up, whether you're a musician, you're a comedian, if you're an entertainer, the simple advice is if you can't do it differently, don't do it at all. Whether you like it or not, you can't come into a saturated market with an already existing product. It doesn't work.
So duplicating original.
So it is actually easy to follow an in-house protocol. Whether you like it or not, there is a way to do things in every industry. But if you're going to thrive and if you're going to have a good command of pricing,
and you don't want to have one, you don't want to be one hit wonder.
Yes, you must understand that if you can't do it differently, then don't do it at all.
God bless you. Okay, as Segun Johnson is signing out on Akoni TV show live from London, United Kingdom. Oh yeah, show fine gan, show talent, show fine. Mi mo ko.
Mo ní ṣe ti rí ọmọ tó ń jẹ́ dán, idán, ọmọ tó ń jẹ́ dán, idán tó ju dán lọ, idán tó gbé dán. I was skin ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń dán. I was skin ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń dán.
Ó yá, ìgárá ṣíkì yẹn ni mo fẹ́ jù. Tibí yẹn ni mo fẹ́.
Ó yá, ta la wọn. Àwọn dà. Mo ní ajé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sí apá wọn. One on one. Mo máa ṣàkóso sí wọn. Bó dẹ̀ tún lè bù ga wọn sórí. Máa fi sí apá wọn. Ó yá fi sí apá wọn. Sí apá wọn.
Sí apá wọn. How do you get all this slumber? Please, what's the secret of all this? You don't need to tell us, but she make we say God's grace.
No,
but not be God's grace. We bring all this yappa one now.
To be very blunt with you, I think I told someone on one particular platform a few weeks ago, everything you hear from me that trends happens live on stage. Everything happens. So I built my strength on improvisation. By God's grace, I'm able to think on my feet. Yeah. So that is my strength.
It's not juju, it's not anything.
Give me a life on it.
It's just use your brain. Me too, when I get home now, I have to go and use my brain. Maybe I'll be doing it in different way.
Do you know the secret?
Yeah, the secret. What is it?
I have seen that if something comes on stage and it moves the party, it will trend. Bah. Should I shock you? What will
shock me? I'm ready to be shocked.
What will trend after Sia is already on ground.
Hey.
I have done it. No, I'm not.
Baba, me, I know you will not be sleeping.
By God's grace, I have done it on stage. Who let it work? So it's not kini juju.
Today I see you. Something told me this Segun Sunday song that we always enjoy every year. This man will not be sleeping for some because it's not easy like that.
Next thing to my trend,
and the thing that you are using is what we are seeing every day. We are hearing every day. So, but I've done
the experiment on stage,
and it worked.
If you see people that
watch out for the banger.
If you see people that have attended my party, they will tell you because.
I wish I can give them exclusive.
Let's assume someone is standing in front of me, and her name is Ewa. Okay, Ewa. When you show Ibolowa, so pé Italawa.
Ìwà tí ẹ lórúkọ ẹni tó wà níbi ẹni ṣe ká lórúkọ ẹni Ìwà.
Italawa.
Ìwà. Showa.
Ibolowa.
Italawa.
So what I'm saying now, God bear me witness, I didn't plan it before. So, but if I'm on stage, I can easily create a song called Italawa. So
Italawa, the man song every day. Iwa. Italawa.
Ibolowa. So
Italawa.
It's very practical.
Ìwà gan máa náwó yẹn tán.
So there's no magic to this thing.
Oh my goodness.
So that's the
fílẹ̀ fọmọ tó sàbí.
It's still God's grace. Hallelujah.
Ọlọ́run kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Segun Johnson, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your humility is 100%, 101%. God bless you. You're humble behind the screen and in real life. No, I'm telling you, this man, you know, I'm blessed to be by his side. I've met him before, and then when I met him, he was one of the biggest. And then after that, he was too big. And then I was now wishing that I meet this, you know, someone that you've met before, and you want to meet them again. It means you are not where you left them. You know, so God bless you. God bless you again. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to have Segun Johnson. And then follow Segun Johnson on all platforms. Kò ní di polówó gàrí ni wọ́n, Indomie ni, no advert, but still follow Segun Johnson.
And remember, Iwa,
Showa,
Ivolewa.
Ìtàláwà.
Iwa.
Ṣówà. Ìbólẹ́wà. Ìtàláwà. Ó ti pọ̀ jù. Thank you very much, my
Yes,
brother.
boss.
God bless you.
Yes, boss.
See you guys.